Okay, so we're coming to the end of the verse on "Till There Was You." I'll go ahead and play it up to that point and then talk about what we're going to be looking at. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's as far as we took it. Okay, so now what we're going to be talking about is what would be called the turnaround. The turnaround is something that happens at the end of the verse and basically turns you around and brings you back to the beginning. Hence the name, the turnaround, just sends you back to the start. Okay, and we're going to incorporate once again the use of the diminished chord in the turnaround in a couple of different ways so that we can see the options that one would have in this particular situation. So looking at the end of that second line where that G chord is, and we have the 3 notes there, the B, C, D. Now the first thing I have is I'm going to a C chord, C sharp diminished, D minor 7. We're going to use this one for a while just to give you extra practice with it. And then a G chord. And the reason I didn't tab something out there is I really don't care what G chord you use. You could use a bar G chord. You could use a regular G chord because it's not really important to what we're talking about today. So that's why I just use whatever G chord works for you. So I'm going to play it from the end of that second line again. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay? And that would take you back to the beginning. Right? Okay? Now I'm going to go to the next option, which is going to be a new form of the C sharp diminished. But there are all of these opportunities are going to come off of that same end of that second line there, coming off of the G. Now I'm going to the C major 7 this time, and that's a bar. Okay, now from there I'm going to another form of the C sharp diminished, and in order to get to that form of the C sharp diminished, we'll leave the pinky and the ring finger in place from that C major 7. We'll bring the middle finger down to the C sharp and the first finger up to the A sharp. And there we have the C sharp diminished, but in another form. It has the exact same 4 notes as the C sharp diminished that we looked at the first time. And then once again, we're going to use the same D minor 7. And once again, use whatever G you like. Okay, so I'm going to come off the end of that second line again, and then I'm going to go to option number 2. C major 7, C sharp diminished, D minor 7, G. And now once again, because this is just another example of the turnaround, that would take you back to the beginning. Okay? All of these turnaround options take you back to the beginning of the song. We have 4 possibilities. Now, this time we're going to go to option number 3. So once again, coming off the end of the second line. So once again, we're just going to go to a straight C chord. to the C sharp diminished. Now what's going to happen here in option 3, we're just going to slide that C sharp diminished up to the 6-5-6-5 that's tabbed there, and then once again to the D minor 7 and the G. So I'll do that one again, going to option 3, coming off the end. Every example I'm just going to come off the end of the second line, those 3 notes on that G chord. To option 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then back to the beginning. Okay, getting the hang of that? Now, what did I want to point out is when we play the C sharp diminished in example number 3, and we slide up, now when we go to the D minor 7 there, what I want you to notice is that the first finger and the second finger are just going to come up, straight up, and then we add the other 2 fingers to create that D minor 7, and then once again the G of your choice. Going to option number 4, coming off that G again. This time, once again, we're going to go to the C major 7. I want to point out in example 2 and example 4, where we're going to the C major 7, when you come off those 3 notes, as you're coming to that C major 7, leave your pinky down, slide it up, and then create the C major 7. Now we're going to that new form of the C sharp diminished, where we're going to leave the pinky and the ring finger down and just put the other 2 fingers on the appropriate strings and frets. And we're going to do the same thing here that we did in option 3, in that we're just going to slide that up. It's the exact same chord, the notes are just reordered, and then the D minor 7 to the G. Coming into that one again, slide the pinky, C major 7, C sharp diminished, slide it up. And when I say slide it up, we don't want to, do one of those. You basically want to just release the pressure, and what we've talked about so many times, just move the entire hand, including the thumb, up to the right spot, and then reapply the pressure. When we go to the D minor 7 off of this particular form, we can just slide the pinky down, create the rest of the chord form. And once again, that would take you back to the beginning. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the song from the beginning, and I'm going to go in order through the turnaround. So I'm going to play the song from the beginning, go to turnaround 1, repeat the song, go to turnaround 2, repeat the song, go to turnaround 3, repeat the song, go to turnaround 4. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn around 1. Here we go, second time. 2, 3. 2, 3. Option 2, 2, 3. option 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Last time. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, and we just go again. Okay? So there you go. There's a kind of, we're talking about the concept of the turnaround, which is just typically comes at the end of the verse, and it's just working its way back to the beginning of the song. And we have 4 different ways of doing that. They're similar, but they're not exactly alike. Keep in mind on option 3 and option 4, when you're playing that diminished chord, like in option 3, and then you're going to come up to the other diminished chord. Once again, keep the shape, but release the pressure. Bring the whole hand up. Play the second C sharp diminished. And then right there, like I said earlier, you fall right into that D minor 7. And then in option 4, C sharp diminished. Once again, keep the shape, just release the pressure. Bring it up, the entire hand, reapply the pressure. Slide the pinky down, create the D minor 7. And then the G. Okay? So take that for a spin and let me know if you have any questions.